Well, this is really fast and very out of the blue, but we already have the U-Impact Part 2 patch notes, so let's go ahead and take a look at these. I don't imagine it's going to be a very big patch because, well, we just had one, and also this just kind of dropped out of nowhere, so I do like what I'm seeing. I like a Dragonite, I like a Lapras, I like a GOODRA. I don't like seeing a Gyarados here because that character is already broken, but these other characters can use a little bit of love. Lapras might be broken, but let's just go ahead and see what we got. Latias is headed to Eos Island. World Championship Series event is coming soon. 4th anniversary events finally begin. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I don't care about any of this stuff. Okay, Dragonite is getting defense buff. Okay, sure. Dragonite was sometimes knocked out too early for an all-arounder. By improving Dragonite's durability, Dragonite can now engage more aggressively and fight more consistently. I think that's fine. These defense buffs have been pretty reasonable all around. I don't have a problem with that. Lapras. Well, this is interesting. Gets a boosted attack HP recovery up by 0.5%, and Parasong gets a full second off of its cooldown. Now, I'm typically not a big fan of cooldown nerfs. I don't really think they do much of anything, especially when the move is really good. But a cooldown buff for Parasong is nice. I don't think Parasong is very good. Parasong Plus is incredible. We have to get to level 13 on a defender for that. Whereas you could just play Water Pulse, and then you get your boosted attack all of the time, and your boosted attack is more. I think Water Pulse Lapras just became even better. It was already really good. To further enhance Lapras's ability as a defender that absorbs enemy attacks, the healing from its boosted attack has been buffed. Additionally, allowing Parasong to be used more frequently makes it easier to create opportunities to break the team's formation. You know what? I don't mind that at all. That's totally reasonable to me. GOODRA. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So they nerfed GOODRA a while back because bad players were struggling with it. And let's see what they did here. So they buffed its defense and special defense. That's crazy. And then Muddy Water, defense and special defense increased upon use 20%. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then Power Whip got buffed half a second off its cooldown and 12% damage. Oh my god. Bad players thought GOODRA was a problem before. Oh my god. That Muddy Water buff is absurd. GOODRA's broken. GOODRA's broken. I don't need to see the rest of the patch. I don't need to see anything else. GOODRA is broken. Muddy Water GOODRA is overpowered. That is absurd. That is one of the most insane buffs I've seen in this game in a very long time. 20% increase while you're already buffing the stats is whoa. To help GOODRA perform its role as a defender more effectively, its overall durability has been improved. The performance of his moves has also been enhanced, reducing the cooldowns and increasing damage to allow GOODRA to maintain frontline combat for longer. Oh man, I mean this is just like this is the worst day ever for freaking veteran players. Oh my god. Oh my, that's a hilarious buff. GOODRA. Huh? Or Gyarados. Oh, they buff. I'm like, Flail. That's not a move this Pokemon gets, but it's Magikarp. They increase the damage on that, and they also increase its HP to further emphasize Magikarp's strength in adverse situations, becoming stronger as its HP gets lower. The damage of Flail has been increased additionally by slightly raising its max HP. It is now easier for Magikarp to maintain HP range where Flail is most effective, making this high-risk playstyle more rewarding. So you get to do a little bit more as Magikarp. I think that's pretty neat. Now I'm imagining this guy right here is going to get a huge round of nerfs. Yeah, okay. That's unfortunate because this one was so fun. Sacred Fire, 30% damage decrease, attack increase on self reduced by half, and attack decrease on opponents reduced by 5%. And the attack decrease on opponents has been decreased by 10% on Sacred Fire Plus. And they also reduce the damage of Fire Spin. I can tell you I haven't played Fire Spin once since the buff, but these are pretty reasonable damage decreases to Sacred Fire. I think it's still going to be really good. The main reason you used it wasn't really for the damage. It's for the sustain. And just, I think it's still really, it's going to be really strong. I don't think it's broken though. After the last adjustment, Ho-Oh's offensive and defensive performance exceeded expectations, creating too many situations where it was overly advantageous against other Pokemon. Therefore, the damage of its main moves and the effects that strengthen itself and weaken opponents have been nerfed to create opportunities for more opponents to counter. And we actually get one more thing here. All right, Dazzling Gleam, nerf for Rapidash. That's fine. This character's terrible. It's not. It has its moments where it's okay, but it's one of those Pokemon that if you have it on your team, there's like a 70% chance your Galarian Rapidash is going to throw your game. I think that's just a speedster thing at this point. I don't think there's a single good speedster player on the on the game right now. I don't think they exist. Like every single time I see a Talonflame, we lose. Single time I see a Dodrio on my team, we lose. Rapidash, we lose a lot with that guy. Meowscarada players may be the worst players in the game. Gengar players, they simply don't exist, but they're Haunter for 6 minutes of the game anyway. Who else do we got? Zoroark, sometimes those guys are good. I can't think of any other speedsters. I think I'm missing at least one. Whatever, I don't care. Speedster players are bad. And then we have some bug fixes. Ho-Oh's Sacred Fire would gain its upgraded effects when if Ho-Oh learns Flamethrower Plus. That might explain a lot. That might explain why this character was feeling broken. Fix the bug where Garchomp's Dragon Claw Plus effect would activate when Dragon Dive and Dragon Claw were used in combination. So they fixed a bug with Garchomp's Dragon combo. That's fine. Fix a bug where telekinesis or telekinetic projectiles from Latios's Dragon Pulse could hit Pokemon being held by Mimikyu's Unite move. Oh no, why would you make Mimikyu's Unite move good? Oh god, that'd be terrible. That's bottom 5 Unite move in the game. Fix a bug where Gengar's Hex was not reduced when it hit a paralyzed opponent. Dang it, stop it. Don't buff Gengar, the character's annoying. Fix a bug where paralysis effects applied by Muse Electro Web was not decreasing attack speed. I'm assuming they mean Electro Ball or Pikachu. Okay. Fix a bug where Slowbro Scald damage has had decreased by 10% after the 7.18 update, so Scald is good again. Fix a bug where Inteleon's Felstinger did not gain critical counters when it hit a wall. I did know that one. I didn't know about that one. That's what I want to know about. But yeah, this is an insane patch. GOODRA, obviously the humongous winner. And I guess the loser is Ho-Oh. There wasn't really a whole lot to this patch. It is pretty small. Nice stuff for Gengar. There's something seriously wrong with me. I called Gyarados GOODRA and Gengar in this video. This is a Gyarados. This is a big freaking shrimp. Gyarados is a shrimp. I know Mega Gyarados is a shrimp. Is Gyarados a shrimp? Hold on. We can get our top mid on this. Shout out Invincible. Is Gyarados a shrimp? I mean, if Reddit says it's a giant shrimp, then I mean, I don't have any other argument for it. Like, what else could it be if Reddit says it's a shrimp? God, I'm not desperately trying to delay this video another 45 minutes so I can hit the 8-minute mark for YouTube. If you know what that means, then I apologize, but I genuinely do think this GOODRA buff is really good. Lapras getting this change, I think this character is going to be incredibly tanky now, and then Dragonite might not be terrible these days. Overall, let me know your thoughts on the patch down below. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading as much lately. Had a bit of a weird family thing going on where my mom was, she had to get surgery kind of out of nowhere, so that was fun. And also, it's been literally over 100 degrees the last week in my state. I'm not trying to sit around and play this video game when I literally can't think and breathe because it is so freaking hot. So my apologies for the lack of uploads. I've been uploading some shorts here and there just because they're easy to edit. I don't really have to think to edit those. But yeah, check those out if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, y'all. Take it easy.